In this video, I'm revisiting the Ascent 18 Scout 2 version. The upgrades I'm using in this video are inexpensive, effective, and address most of the shortcomings that I've come across with this truck. I did a video with some free mods on this truck, and I'll link that in the description down below. So these mods are going to complement what we already did to this thing and take it to the next level. So the combination of the free mods that we did and these new upgrades have made this thing quite a beast. All right, let's check out our goodies that we got for this thing. First up, we got wheels and tires. The first things I always do and always recommend is good wheels and tires. We've got the Little Guy Racing Parts Cyclone beadlock wheels here, wrapped in the black label Little Guy Racing Parts tires. Absolutely love this combo. This has the heavy rings that come with these wheels in the front. I got some aluminum rings for the rear to help bias that weight forward. Those are already pre-installed. I've also got the Endura silicone inserts in here to give us that nice lateral stability. Still nice and squishy though. Another killer mod for this thing is going to make a huge difference. One of my favorite mods for the Ascent 18 is the low range transmission from Endura. Now they offer this as a combo now. You can get the metal geared low range transmission with the brushed Purple Pro motor on here. So this is the 180 48 turn brushed motor. Pre-installed, ready to go. We'll crack this open to make sure that it's greased. But this is a great drop-in. Big benefits with this thing. The gear ratio alone makes a huge difference in the Ascent 18. When you start adding power and weight, I find that the drive shafts become a weak point on these for sure. So one of the things I'm going to do is overhaul these plastic drive shafts that come with it. We're going to put these steel ones in there. We want that unsprung weight to get that weight up in the front here to keep this big thing planted. So I got these heavy brass portal covers, portal boxes here from Mias Racing. I run these on my Ascent 18 and they work awesome. Great fit and finish, tons of weight with these things. I think these are 65 grams a piece when you do the combination, I believe. Great hardware here. You can do some new shocks. I like the shocks that come on the Ascent 18. I'm not in any big rush to replace them, but I've got these beautiful Next Racing oil-filled shocks with the piggyback reservoir just sitting in my parts bin, so I figured they'd look great on here. The blue and the orange, it's going to be a snazzy looking combo. So we're going to throw these shocks on there as well. And finally, we're going to do the overdrive underdrive portal gear conversion here. So this is again from Endura. Redcat makes these as well. Endura had them very easily available on Amazon, so I scooped these up. This is going to be a 10% overdrive in the front, a 10% underdrive in the rear. So the combination is going to make the front spin 20% faster. It's going to give us better turning ability and help us dig into those uphill climbs. So those are our modifications for this truck. Should be a nice simple bolt-on, should be a fun project. So I'm going to dig in, install these, and then we'll see what the difference is on this thing. Alright my friends, check this thing out. Boy does this thing look good. Just a simple wheel and tire swap on this. The white wheels with the white graphics against the orange body. Really dig how this thing looks. Those wheels and tires are going to help us out tremendously. Super heavy in the front, nice and grippy. These ultra soft tires here. Really love this wheel and tire combination, both aesthetically and from a performance perspective. Looks great on this truck. Couple of tweaks that we did. So I did put the Next Racing shocks on here. It's got a lot of travel in this thing. It's got a lot of articulation now. Those shocks are long. It's going to give us a lot of flex. I'm a little concerned about the drop that we have in the front. I mounted the shocks, moved them up one more position to try to get them situated a little higher on the chassis, but still I feel like I got a lot of drop in the front. I might need to situate some sort of limiting strap in there, but we'll see how it performs. I also felt like it was sitting up really high, so what I did was I took the spring seats out of the bottom of the shocks just so those springs can sit a little lower. It helps bring the ride height down, which I think is just about perfect right now with these tires. It's got a really nice stance to it. They fit the wheel wells really nice. We got lots of room for those shocks and things to move. So happy with how it looks visually. We'll see how it performs. We got lots of that heavy brass up front, so the upgrades went on really easy. Those Mias portal boxes, really heavy. This thing's got a great feel to it. I put it on the corner scales. Weight bias on this thing is nearly 60-40, 57-58% front, 42-43% rear, depending on where I put the battery. So we're pretty close to that optimum split that we want. Had a little bit of a hiccup putting the Endura overdrive gears in. There was a tight squeeze, so I had to leave the bolts backed out a little bit on the portal covers. I hope that doesn't work itself loose as we drive, so we'll see. Endura did note that running the overdrive gears in the front can cause some fitment issues with their aftermarket knuckles. I was hoping that wasn't going to be the case with these, but I think we might run into some of the same challenges. So we'll see how it performs. Might just have to put some extra Loctite on there and be mindful of driving this thing through wet conditions. I don't want water to seep into the portals. Nonetheless, everything is on there installed nice and smooth. I did put on, prior to this video, I've got the torque servo on there. My other one fried, so I've got this upgraded servo. Let's take a look at the chassis here. So here you can see the shocks on here. These blue anodized shocks, they look really good. Great looking shocks, nice and smooth action on these. We've got that Endura transmission and motor here. Perfect swap, very, very simple. Same thing with the drive shafts. Strong drive line here. Thought about going brushless, but really with this combo, I don't think we're going to need to. Again, we did underdrive gears in the rear. No issues with fitment whatsoever with those. One thing I did not change was the links. Redcat's told me that they've taken efforts to improve the material that goes in these links. I found that these were a weak point, prone to breakage when the Ascent 18 first came out, but they've told me they've since improved the material and they've held up better, so we'll see how those do. Let's fire it up and see how it goes. So we got my 3S pack here, my Spectrum 3S pack. Put that on the slider for right now. Oh, much smoother. I love the gear ratio in this transmission. Makes a huge difference. This can slow it down so slow. That's all we got for wheel speed on 3S. Well, it's torquey, it's got plenty of punch, but it's not a speed demon by any means, which is completely fine by me. I'm not a wheel speed guy. I think this is plenty for me. We'll see. I got a brushless motor if I want to upgrade it later, but I like it. Love this combination. Very similar to the Ascent 18 build that I did last year. This is just stuff that works. You can see we got see that overdrive at work there, how much faster the front tires spin than the rear. Cool, I like it. I'm excited. I'm going to button this thing up and then we're going to go hit the rocks. It's a nice day out today. We're going to go have some fun. All right, out here at Crawler Heaven with the Scout 2. It's a nice day out. It's warm, a little overcast, which is good for filming. I'm excited to take this thing out. I'm solo today. I got a wagon full of trucks, but no axle today, so just me. I'm going to try this thing out and have some fun. It's my first run with the upgraded version. Didn't even hit the indoor course before coming out here. And go through Bicycle Bridge. This is a tough spot for the minis. We'll throw this thing right into the deep end right off the bat. Love the control from this motor and transmission combo. See if the extra weight can keep us planted here. Oh. Nope. I don't think I've ever had the Scout out at Crawler Heaven, actually. I've taken it to our other local spots outdoors, but I don't think I've ever had it here. I can't really see where I'm stuck here. Oh, good save there. Able to turn in, flip this thing back on its wheels. Lots of big holes for this to fall into. Well, I didn't think I'd get that approach there. Those Black Label tires love it out here. They do so good on this terrain. Just see it, they just grab so hard. Love it. That was a good run through a gnarly section. Come over here to another one of my favorite kind of transition spots. Portal axle is really helping us here. Again, able to wrestle it back on its wheels. Love the control, even on 3S when I'm running this on. I got the battery on my slider, trying to keep that weight down low. Very impressed with the Scout thus far. Look at this thing. Another real tricky spot here. Wicked off camber. I don't think I'm going to make that. I'm going to take a higher line. I'm going to get in trouble no matter what, but let's see if I can come around this rock, swing the front end. Oh, it is just so planted. The thing feels like it's glued to the rocks. Hung up on the body there in the back, that overhang getting me a little bit. Front end's able to pull me through though. Look at this thing. A couple of real challenging spots there for the minis. This thing's doing excellent. One thing I forgot to mention during the upgrade overview was that I found a Endura brass diff cover laying around. Popped that on there too. Surprisingly made zero difference on the scales as far as weight distribution goes, but it's on there nonetheless. I just need that tire to bite. Need those lugs to hang on. I don't know if that front passenger's gonna stick. I got just the... Oh, jeez, I thought I was going to have to hammer it, but it just hooked up and went. I'm in a deep hole on that other side. If I can swing around again. Those tires grabbing in the front. Yes. I'm going to get through here. I need to swing that front end around though. Look at, holy cow. Just when I think this thing is toast, it just grips and goes. What an awesome run. It's another one of my favorite mini lines here. We'll go through this section and then we'll go up the slide. The slide's a really good challenge line for these little trucks. We'll give that a shot. Super impressed with this build thus far. Totally exceeded my expectations. I thought it was just going to be more of a looker, but this thing is really surprising me out here. Getting a little bit of rubbing on the body with those tires, not bad though. Not sticking or catching by any means. Very planted on this off-camber side hill. We've got this sharp decline here. Strong drag brake from this motor. Nice and controlled on that descent. Finding myself not using the throttle hardly at all with this truck. Just creeping around. I know I've got the punch on tap with that Pro motor and that 3S pack, but not having to use it. So I'm going to swing right here. Let's drop. If I can get this without crashing, we'll see. Oh man, it does it. Normally with the minis I have to do a hand of God to get them onto the slide. We'll see if the Scout 2 can make its way up. You can see where there's no rocks there. It's very slippery. So I might need that punch. I can bump it here. Yeah, I was hoping to roll through that. Get those lugs to grab and pull me over. Got it. Got the bite right there. I love how this truck looks too, with those white wheels and the body. The front end is behaving much better than I expected. I thought I was going to be looping out all over the place with those long shocks, but surprisingly composed. This is an extremely steep, slippery section here. I gotta find something for the front tires to grab. Oh, I don't know. It's so steep and slippery. Oh, this might be it. This might be the wall right here. Oh, oh no. Oh, able to recover there. I'm still in no man's land though. Oh, bummer. What a fantastic effort from the Scout though. Totally exceeding my expectations out here. Having a ton of fun with this truck. It looks fantastic and has the performance to back it up. I love it. I'm wedged in a hole right there. Man, I can find a different way through here. I come across. Oh, I am in a battle right here. gotta float that rear tire through that hole. Oh, it does it! Nice! From this angle you can really see I'm getting a lot of front end lift here, but man, it's still able to pull it off. Excellent job through there as well. We go up this steep, slippery section here. And I'll probably come out on the other side and call it good for filming and then just have some fun with this. Mighty impressed with the Scout here for a truck that I was just about to sell. Had the listing created on the marketplace ready to go and then changed my mind. And I'm so glad that I didn't, because this thing is epic. Love it. Man, great run through there. Awesome job by the Scout. Alright guys, I'm going to keep having fun with this thing. I got a few more lines I'm going to hit. Look at that thing all twisted up. I love it. I'm going to enjoy this nice, almost spring feeling day out here. And I'll catch you guys back at the bench to wrap this up. Alright guys, had an awesome time with the Scout this weekend. Super pumped with how this project came out. I'll put a link in the description down below for all the parts that I used in this video, as well as the previous video that outlined the free mods that we did initially. I'm really blown away by the performance that this thing put out on the rocks. Driving impressions, man, this thing really exceeded my expectations by a long shot, if you couldn't tell from the run footage. It is so planted. You'd think with that big body on there, it looks like it would be a rollover machine. But man, the thing was just stuck to the rocks. The whole combination just worked extremely well. Not much left on it I would change at all. I am pretty pumped with this thing, and I think I'm going to enjoy it the way it is. Looks awesome, performs great. I think this thing's going to see a lot of action in the days to come. But guys, let me know your thoughts down below. What do you think of the Scout 2 build here? And as always, I appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for watching and hanging out. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done so, and I'll see you in the next video.